Celebrities are stricter with their babies than you might think. While some celebs let their kids wander around barefoot without nannies, Kylie Jenner is not one of them. Since her super secret pregnancy, it's obvious that Kylie has put her and her baby's health first. Since Stormi was born last year, the young billionaire mom has enforced a number of strict rules. These rules are made to be followed by everyone who comes into contact with Stormi, whether they're a guest or a nanny. Let's dive right into the 15 strict rules Kylie expects everyone to respect when they're around her daughter. Absolutely no germs. Health is definitely a priority for Kylie, and it's resulted in her being a total germaphobe. According to a source who spoke with Us Weekly, Kylie is devoted to keeping her little girl safe and happy in her private space. That means absolutely no cooties allowed. Many insiders reported that guests have to scrub their hands when around Stormi. This practice started when Stormi was just a newborn, but we don't think it's going away anytime soon. When Kylie's little girl was just a few weeks old, she even provided medical masks for guests who wanted to see the baby. It makes sense since a newborn baby is very vulnerable to viruses and bacteria. Now that Stormi is a year old, visitors don't have to wear masks around her. But we're sure Kylie is still strict with cleanliness, even with her high-profile celebrity guests. No phones. Kylie is the queen of social media, but she has one strict rule when it comes to phones around Stormi. They're not allowed, period. This rule started when Kylie was secretly pregnant with Stormi, and she actually caught a member of the staff trying to sneak photos of her growing belly. Since then, guests aren't allowed to have their phones around Stormi. It's all part of making sure Stormi and Kylie have their privacy. Momager to the entire Kardashian clan, Kris Jenner, also stressed how bad it is for outsiders to be sneaky with their phones. She said to have somebody in her own home trying to snap pictures they shouldn't be snapping is really, really stressful. When visiting Kylie's home, you'll have to give your phone up to security as protocol. Super tight guest list. To protect her and Stormi from unwanted or untrustworthy visitors that can risk their safety and security, Kylie's enforced this strict rule. She has a super tight pre-approved list of guests who are allowed in her home, especially when Stormi's around. Judging from the looks of who's been to see Stormi recently, it's only close friends and family on the list. When Stormi was born, the first people to get a pic with her were Kendall Jenner, former BFF Jordan Woods, and Kylie's great-grandmother MJ. The list is super selective. In fact, we're not even sure if baby daddy Travis Scott's friends and family members are on it. No unapproved photography or videos. Aside from no phones and a super tight guest list, Kylie's also very strict with unauthorized photography and videos of Stormi. Notice how no one besides Kylie and her family post anything of Stormi? That's because Kylie is super strict with what the world can see regarding her daughter. Kylie is very much aware of all the bullying that takes place on social media platforms. Negative comments can get pretty abusive and out of hand. Kylie wants to minimize that as much as possible, so she checks every photo or video of Stormi. Media outlets and magazines are willing to give out big sums to anyone who has insider information or pictures of Stormi. Pat-downs and security checks. Getting into Kylie's home to see Stormi is a task tougher than getting out of a maximum security prison. Guests are required to subject themselves to pat-downs and checks by Kylie's security. According to OK Magazine, guests are put through a metal detector and patted down by security. Security's gotten so tight that there was even a time when Kylie's guard didn't let her into her own house. Kylie recounts the story on Snapchat where, when she pulled up to the gates of her home and said, "Hey, it's Kylie Jenner," the guard didn't open up the gate just yet. He asked, "Are you with Kylie Jenner?" forcing Kylie to reply, "Oh no, it's the Kylie Jenner." Kylie wasn't too fazed by it and even joked that it must be her ever-changing wigs that confused her security guards. Only healthy food in the house. Kylie is known among her Kardashian sisters for being able to eat anything. She shared with her fans that she indulges in pizza, burgers, and fries more often than her health-conscious sisters do. But since she had Stormi, Kylie is now more conscious about what she eats. Part of it was to lose the baby weight, which she did in no time. The young makeup mogul has her flat stomach and small waist again. Kylie's been experimenting with vegan food and has confirmed that she cut out dairy, pasta, and pizza. Back when Jordan was her BFF and roommate, Kylie would also share the healthy meals they'd eat together on Instagram. Nannies must love dogs. It's no secret that even before Kylie was obsessed with her little girl, she was a certified dog lover. Kylie has 7 dogs that used to be the stars of her Instagram stories. Now that she's had Stormi, they're making fewer appearances on the young mom's social media. But that doesn't mean they're not still a huge part of her life. In fact, when it comes to choosing nannies to help care for Stormi, part of their job description is to also make sure the dogs are okay. Besides, these dogs have their own air-conditioned luxury doghouse. If Kylie sends you to the doghouse for any mistakes, at least you'll have a comfortable night's sleep. No jewelry. This next rule is also for the nannies who are working for the strict Kylie household. Aside from making sure armed robbers don't get anywhere near the children, Kylie and her sisters are trying not to tempt thieves. So nannies aren't allowed to wear jewelry, especially when around the children. It seems kind of pointless seeing as everyone knows how rich the Kardashians are, but robbers aren't sure of the nannies, so it's better if they keep a low profile and leave their diamonds at home. It doesn't make you better at changing Stormi's diapers anyway. Only expensive or designer gifts. Stormi celebrated her first birthday in February of 2019, and it was as lavish as you'd imagine any Kardashian-Jenner party would be. Kylie threw a massive party with a theme park/Astroworld vibe in mind. There was a giant inflatable replica of Stormi welcoming guests to the venue, different themed rooms, and an actual gift shop. The party also featured fairground games, a carousel, and a live performance of Baby Shark. It's a given that guests to such an extravagant party have to give gifts that are just as extra. Stormi's star-studded party led to her receiving gifts like a Chanel handbag from DJ Khaled, Louboutins, and something from Gucci. It's hard to imagine what a 1-year-old would need a designer handbag for, but that's life for Stormi. Limit the public and outdoors. Since Stormi's birth, Kylie's been very strict about her baby going out in public. Even leaving their home is strictly monitored and limited. Kylie wants to keep the paparazzi away from her baby as much as possible. The paparazzi are determined to get shots of the little girl, even going as far as flying helicopters over her property. So if you're hoping to catch a glimpse of the star and her daughter, you won't bump into them strolling around LA. Unless you live in Calabasas, then you might see Kylie pushing Stormi around in her designer stroller. Positive vibes only. When you come from a family so steeped in drama and controversy, it may be hard to imagine making positive vibes a priority. But that's what Kylie wants for everyone who's around her little girl. Kylie is very knowledgeable about how negative the online world can be. That's part of why she hid the fact she was pregnant from everyone. She didn't want hateful or negative comments to get in the way and disrupt her pregnancy. Now that Stormi's born, she doesn't want all the negative energy to affect her baby. Anyone who's around Stormi has to let go of all the bad vibes and just think happy thoughts. Maybe Kylie holds yoga classes for all the visitors who come to visit Stormi. Limit screen time. In an interview with Rolling Stone, Travis Scott expressed his disappointment with how kids are always on their iPads instead of playing outside. He said that's why, with Stormi, no TV. It's a good rule to have in any household, especially for children under 2 years old. Stormi may be exposed to phone screens, especially when she joins her mom for a Snapchat selfie, but that may be the extent of it. She should probably stay away from watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians for now anyway. Visitors sign an NDA. Getting anything leaked out to the press by accident is a Kardashian's greatest fear. The Kardashians and Jenners are masters when it comes to their image, and every move is calculated by momager Kris Jenner. Before guests can enter any Kardashian house, they're made to sign an NDA. According to sources, this NDA can cost people about $10 million if broken. Kylie is especially strict with this rule as it prevents visitors from selling stories about her to the media. If you refuse to sign, you can't see Stormi. Of course, some exceptions to the rule exist. Family members and close friends aren't made to sign, like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards. She just said she doesn't talk about those things, referring to Kylie's secret pregnancy because, as their friend, it's a given. No group pics. The Kardashian Christmas card is an annual tradition for the family that many fans look forward to. It's always fun to see how the family dresses up for the yearly themed photo and how much they've grown over the years. Now that Kris has 9 grandchildren and another one on the way, everyone was expecting to see a massive Kardashian Christmas group photo last year. But Kylie and Stormi were missing from the photo, rendering it incomplete. Kylie was present for the shoot, but she didn't want to join in on the pic with her daughter. It looks like she's still very protective of her child and won't even risk a group photo. Kylie's the boss. At the end of the day, the strictest rule for those around Stormi is that Kylie's the boss. Not even Travis will get much of his way if Kylie's around. She wants to make it clear that she's taking her role as a mother very seriously and puts her daughter's needs first. The fact that she takes Stormi with her on lavish vacation trips or fills her wardrobe with designer baby clothes doesn't change anything. Kylie's the boss in her household, and that's just how she rolls. Those were the strict rules you gotta follow if you want to hang around Stormi. What do you think? Are they too crazy or just right for a firstborn child? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe while you're at it. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you again here at TheTalko.